We now go to the distinguished gentleman from the great state of Washington, the chairman of the Resources Committee, Mr. Hastings.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and let me add my voice to all of my colleagues that thank you for your service. I think while we all say it, it probably should go without saying it, but nevertheless, we really do appreciate that. Mr. Hicks, I want to follow up. You may have answered this, so I just want to get a clarification because Mr. Jordan was entering into questions regarding the lawyer that came in and was not allowed to go to the meeting because of wasn't qualified to go to that meeting. My question specifically is to back up. The State Department sent this lawyer. Were you told why the lawyer was sent?
He was sent to participate in all the meetings and all events associated with Congressman Chaffetz's visit.
Okay. Did you find that unusual?
I never had occurred before in my career.
Okay. But they did, the State Department did say that this lawyer was going to come and participate in all of the meetings.
Yes.
You were told that. And then, of course, they couldn't because of the protocols. You mentioned that the tone of the State Department as related to you changed probably after the Rice interview.
It began to change.
Yeah. Explain, just give us some examples of how things changed.
Again, I began to have my management style counseled by Assistant Secretary Jones. When she visited, she again counseled me on my management style and said staff was upset. I had had no indication of staff being upset. And then again, when I returned to Washington, she delivered a very blistering critique of my style and again exclaimed, "I don't know why Larry Pope would want you back."
Well, that leads to a very obvious question then. Prior to September 10th, 2012, had you received any negative feedback from your superiors?
No. Chris and I had developed a very positive relationship. He trusted me, I trusted him, and we were working together very, very well, and morale was high.
Well, I suppose in a career as long as yours, you might have some disagreement with your superiors. Was it to the extent that you have felt that you were treated after this event last September compared to prior maybe disagreements you may have with your superiors? I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst,
10.
And you were
10
after. Okay, all right. I guess that's what I would like to wanted to follow up on. You mentioned that you feel in the job you have, it's really a demotion from the qualifications that you have had in your career in the service. Have you talked to any of your colleagues or any senior leaders within the State Department regarding this, and if so, what was those conversations all about?
I spoke with, well, after a couple of friends who have outside the department intervened with senior officials about my situation, the Deputy Secretary Burns and the Director General said that I would be taken care of. Same thing that Larry Pope had indicated. And so I met with the Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary for Human Resources, Hans Clem, and I talked to him about what options might be available to me. And basically the answer was I would have to go through the formal, normal bidding process for assignments and persuade someone that I should be hired. And then the conversation with Deputy Secretary Burns was centered around discussions I'd had with the leadership of our embassy in Mexico City about the head of the political section job there, which would be a very good job. And he said that he would support that, but I had to go through the process, and it's a very long process since that position is at a higher grade.
Well, let me ask you this. Going through the process, and I understand there's protocols, but would that strike you as unusual as somebody with your background and the position that you had in Libya and other areas?
I was surprised that I was having to go through the process, the normal process.
Okay.
And especially when the ambassador in Mexico City had talked to Deputy Secretary Burns about bringing me on as his political counselor.
Well, I heard my colleagues on the other side of the aisle say that if there's any retribution, that's my words, not your words, any retribution on this, that you will have full support of your colleagues. Let me lend my support, and I think support of everybody here. I think a bipartisan support on somebody that comes forth that has a difference of agreement on a policy issue or a decision that killed 4 Americans deserve to have whatever we can give to you. So thank you very much, and I see my time has expired.
Well, and the time that we can ask witnesses to stay seated without a break has also expired. So for those of us who are able to get up and come back and forth, we're going to take about 10 minutes. I would ask the witnesses, you can either go through that door or this door to use facilities that are available there without going out into the public, and then we'll reconvene in about 10 minutes. Thank you.